right, everybody, I think I've got these top stories ready to go for you. There's 6 of them. Got to make sure the audio is A-OK, too, before I hit that play button. You know, we like to make sure the broadcast moves smoothly right here on News Now. Again, happy Tuesday, everybody. My name is Pilar Arias. Good evening or afternoon, depending on where you're watching from. Feel free to check in. Let us know what time it is there. Obviously, Eastern time, 3 hours ahead of Arizona here, where it is currently 4:36. And speaking of Arizona, I got 2 top stories right here in the Grand Canyon State to show you. This first one, we're going to head down south, Southern Arizona, Tucson area, where a Purple Heart was found at a Goodwill. And now they're trying to find the rightful owner or the family of the veteran that it belongs to. Let's get the details.
People give away amazing stuff. It blows my mind what people give away.
You can find just about anything at Goodwill. At the Houghton Road store, there's a good chance Associate Talon Mills found it first.
This is what it is. It's just stuff, you know, and it's generously given to us, and we make the best of it.
For Talon and his team, that means sorting so much of this by price, even if they aren't always sure what it is.
You know, something that we say all the time is what is this?
Some items are taped, others rubber banded together. Sorting in the back for more than a year now, Talon knows what he's doing.
Connor, he's relatively new, and he's always asking me, you know, what stuff is when he's rolling it out to the floor, and I know what it is, you know, so that's kind of cool.
Talon knew what was in this box when he opened it. Seeing a Purple Heart mixed in with all this stuff sparked even more questions.
Did the recipient of the medal give it away? Did their family, not knowing it was in the box? You know, who knows?
We do now. Goodwill of Southern Arizona wants to find Nick D'Amelio's family. Talon and his family feel a connection to the search.
We just had our baby girl 2 days after I actually found this medal.
Sometimes the best stuff doesn't make it to the floor, but this new father has a new appreciation for some of the stuff that does.
I look at baby bottles twice now, and the stuff that I buy now as a parent and the other parents might be looking for.
Near Golf Links in Houghton, Craig Reck, Fox 11 News.
All right, everybody, that story definitely getting a lot of you talking on our YouTube chat. Feel free to participate. Don't just watch News Now. Be a News Nower. Be engaged in the conversation every single day with the hundreds, if not thousands. By the way, now we have more than 500,000 subscribers. Golf clap. Thank you to each and every one of you. We really, really appreciate it. And those of you who tune in all day, every day, we stream for 13 hours a day from 9 a.m. Arizona time all the way till 10 p.m. Pretty amazing stuff, and it takes a 3-person crew to stream for you 13 hours a day. But me, Christy, and Mike, it's a pleasure to be here with you each and every day. All right, we're going to stay right here in Arizona because it's a story that continues to gain national attention. A group of Tempe police officers asked to leave a local Starbucks after a customer complained about feeling unsafe. The news setting off a backlash of complaints against the coffee chain, including calls on social media for a boycott. Both sides have met. Tensions have simmered down. Our very own Fox 10 Phoenix's Matt Galka reports.
It wasn't your typical coffee talk. Starbucks executives met with the Tempe Police Department today to smooth over a July 4th incident that gained national attention. The Tempe Officers Association said that 6 cops had paid for their drinks on the 4th. That's when a barista told them they were making a customer feel uncomfortable and asked them to move or leave, saying it's an experience officers should never have. They doubled down on that apology Monday, meeting with the 6 officers and Tempe Police Chief Sylvia Moyer. The meeting seems to be overall positive. Tempe Officers Association President Rob Ferrara released this statement saying the company again apologized and, quote, in turn, the officers involved were given the opportunity to express in person their concerns over what happened. They came away from the meeting feeling heard and respected. The Tempe Police Department also released a statement reading in part, both organizations and the individuals involved in the meetings remain committed to serving and safeguarding communities while fostering inclusiveness, dignity, and respect.
All right, again, that was our very own Matt Galka reporting right here for Fox 10 Phoenix. Had to fix the hair, everybody. Sorry. Each and every day before I go live on Fox 10 Extra News at 7, you see me sitting here fixing my hair. Kind of quiet, you know, on standby to be live on TV, and everyone's always like, speak, Pilar, speak, say something. I always know that I'm live in front of the camera here, except for there was one little mishap last week. You may have been here. You may have seen it. You may know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so this next top story I have for you, it is one that I talked about with Mike Page on the end of News Now on Fox 10 Extra, Channel 45, Cable 9. You can join him every day, Monday through Friday, from 10 a.m. to noon Arizona time. All right, so it's about putting changing tables in men's restrooms. What do y'all think?
According to Bonnie Yachman, Koala Care Products brand manager, there's a deficit of diaper changing stations in men's rooms.
There's such a disparity between changing tables in women's room versus men's room, and that's what this promotion is all about.
That's why Koala Care Products, along with the Pamper Diaper Company, have launched Operation Love the Change.
And we're really trying to increase the incident of use of baby changing stations in men's rooms.
The goal, says Yachman, is to have an equal number of baby changing stations in men's and women's bathrooms.
The tide is turning where there are more changing tables in men's room, but it's still not equal.
Love the Change is a nationwide promotion with 5,000 units total that eventually will be installed in the United States free of charge. In the Lafayette YMCA, installation is underway.
We've definitely had single fathers here looking for a place to change their children, and we take them typically to the family locker room, which sometimes isn't the best place.
Yachman says it's more acceptable now for dads to change diapers. But for the pops who are no strangers to poopy pants, been there, done that. Dan DeRue, Fox 31.
All right, a lot of these top stories getting a lot of you talking on our YouTube chat right now. We are going to head northwest, San Francisco, California, because learning how to cook and tend to a garden might not sound like a big deal, but a nonprofit group is hoping the skills will empower former homeless men and women.
From the garden to the table.
The kitchen inside Manny's San Francisco looks like any other restaurant.
I always wanted something new, and this is it.
We train folks who used to be homeless or incarcerated so they can get management track jobs in food service.
Farming Hope is a nonprofit program giving these men a hand and not a handout, teaching and paying its apprentices culinary skills in the kitchen and a garden. Over the 3-month course, people work 26 hours a week, learning everything there is about farm to table cooking.
Moving beyond just the handing out, but really giving you a skill, giving you the ability to do something. If you work in a kitchen, you can take that with you wherever you are.
I like getting my hands dirty right there, putting seeds in there, planting them up, then harvesting them, then bringing them in the kitchen.
Farming Hope was able to successfully expand last year when they opened up a restaurant right here in Manny's in San Francisco. So far this year, 11 people have taken the program and successfully completed it, with all of them getting a job.
So we work with grocery stores, tech companies, restaurants to train people who need work, who want to contribute.
Farming Hope says it wants to empower and employ people out of poverty by rebuilding trust and a commitment to those underserved, overlooked, but not forgotten, by giving their apprentices dignity with a job and a chance at a better future.
It helps in a variety of ways. The group works with us in trying to find affordable housing and also giving us a chance to work. We're making money, and that helps.
Farming Hope says it doesn't take much to help others, and one way they're able to keep their program afloat is by people coming to Manny's and enjoying their food. In San Francisco.
All right, everybody, didn't mean to cut off that reporter there, but we do have some live breaking news here right in the valley. It appears this is just north of Chaparral and west of Country Club on the Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian community. A vehicle drove into the canal. It appears that it was an armed robbery investigation near Stapley Drive in Mesa. A suspect vehicle was identified and undercover officers were observing the vehicle as it took off northbound. That vehicle ultimately drove into the canal and a woman was detained at the scene. She stated another man got out of the vehicle prior to crashing into the canal and no one else was inside that vehicle. They are still on scene and the investigation active and ongoing, but they're saying no reported injuries at this time. Sky Fox is live over the scene though, so I wanted to show you the picture as best as I could. We will continue to follow the story, and when and if there's any additional updates, I'll bring them to you right here on News Now, which is a part of Fox10Phoenix.com. All right, I asked this question to Mike Pace earlier, and he had a pretty good answer. How much would you pay to get your child to stop the screen time, to not be on a smartphone, to not be on a tablet? Wow, look at that car there. Now that Sky Fox zoomed out and got a different vantage point, you can really see it. Looks like it flipped upside down. I'm going to continue on now. There's actually coaches that can help you if your child is addicted to screen time. And Mike says, hey, just don't give the kid the phone or the tablet to begin with. But it happens. It's the next top story on News Now.
For many adults, it's hard to remember a time before computers and cell phones. For kids these days, that time never even existed.
They're here to stay. So, I think that we have to learn to use them instead of letting them use us.
Kara Pollard is a coach who helps parents raise their kids. A good chunk of her work involves trying to create a phone-free environment, or at least an environment with reduced screen time. Pollard's profession isn't even so unique. Screen-free parenting coaches are popping up all over the country.
I just feel that the parent hopefully will be capable of intervening before it gets to the point where they need a coach, and they should go back to the old-fashioned ways of, coming to a playground and engaging them.
I'm more of the type where I would want to teach my son myself.
But a lot of parents at this Upper East Side park tell us they actually rely on screens as a way to keep their kids occupied.
At least once a day, he uses the iPad.
The Deserata family isn't concerned about their daughter Denora, but wouldn't be opposed to a coach if they felt it were necessary.
If it's that bad, if we need intervention, yeah, we're open to that.
We recently reported on a study that suggests young adults are developing horn-like spikes at the back of their skulls from looking down at their phones too much. Whether or not that's true, parent coaches suggest setting an example for your kids.
Definitely don't greet your child with your phone in your hand. At least say hi to them and get eye contact with them, because we expect the same in return from them.
Dana Arshin, Fox 5 News.
All right, everybody, one more top story for you, at least in this segment right now on News Now, which is a part of Fox10Phoenix.com. Citizens outraged about their city council giving up the Pledge of Allegiance. Let's find out where this is.
A spirited crowd packed St. Louis Park Council chambers to demand they reverse a recent vote to reduce recital of the Pledge of Allegiance ahead of meetings.
That pledge took less than 15 seconds. That's not too much time out of your life.
Mayor Jake Spano and Councilmember Tom Miller were absent during the vote.
I would not have voted to get rid of the Pledge of Allegiance. I frankly think that there are just more important things that we need to be focusing our time and attention on.
The measure voted on without formal public input.
If we had had that conversation, we might have been able to sort of hear from our community about how they felt about this action.
I'm appalled that our little suburban communities' meeting protocols have sparked this polarizing conversation in our community on what it means to be patriotic.
Councilmember Ann Mavity proposed the measure.
There are lots of people that haven't been nice about this, and our city staff has been on the front lines. And so I just want to apologize to them, because it certainly was not our intention.
Before the study session, a peaceful protest outside of City Hall.
At the end of the pledge, it does say justice for all. So that does mean all.
Well, I'm a diverse and a newer resident to St. Louis Park, and I felt the decision was anything but inclusive.
Republican Party Chairwoman Jennifer Carnahan's sentiment shared by many who joined her inside, forcing the council to reconsider the pledge and its place.
And we clearly fumbled by not anticipating the desire of our St. Louis Park residents to be in conversation about this. So I want to make sure that we get it right this time.
Taking it back out now to Sky Fox Live. This is the Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian community near Chaparral and Country Club. A lot of information on that lower third, but we are hearing no injuries in this crash into the canal. You see the car upside down there. And I just want to reiterate for those of you just joining us here, currently 684 of you watching. We have been told that this is Chaparral west of Country Club on the Salt River Pima Maricopa Indian community. A vehicle drove into the canal. We are hearing it was an armed robbery investigation near Stapley in Mesa. The suspect vehicle was identified and undercover officers were observing the vehicle as it took off going northbound. That vehicle ultimately drove into the canal and a woman was detained at the scene. She stated another man got out of the vehicle prior to crashing into the canal and no one else was inside. As you can see, there's still a very active scene investigation ongoing. But again, we are hearing no injuries are being reported at this scene. But Sky Fox is live, so we're going to continue to show it to you right here on News Now.